All right, welcome back. I'm Kalgoth, and we're playing some Magic the Gathering today. I just finished a Murders of Karlov Manor draft, and we'll look at that deck in a second. We also are going to open up these boosters we got. So, open this booster. There are Surveil lands that are really good in here. We didn't see any of those. Oh, we got a double rare. Tulsimir Midnight's Light. It's a 3/2 with lifelink. When it enters, create a 5/5. Create Volja of Benstucker, a 5/5 green and white wolf. And whenever a wolf you control attacks, if he attacks combat target creature an opponent controls blocks that wolf is able. Okay, it's lucky. Aurelio Above the Law. It's a 4/4 flying vigilance haste. Whenever one or more player attacks with 3 or more creatures, I draw a card. And then whenever a player attacks with 5 or more creatures, does 3 damage to each of your opponents, and you gain 3 life. Okay. Slime Against Humanity is in here as well. Anything else of note? No, I don't believe so. Let's take a look at the other booster. Hope it prefers Surveil lands, I guess. Vein Ripper. Vein Ripper is a card that like just looks okay, right? But then it was like super good for a moment there, because there was a Sorin card that made you be able to put this into battlefield for free. It's a Planeswalker that did that, and then it suddenly turned into really good. Okay, it's a Locked Hothouse. That was a lot of fun. This card did some work for us. I do like this. It was really good. Blood Spider Analysis we've seen before, or anything else. This doesn't have art for some reason. Right, and here's the actual deck. So it was Gruul Disguise with Yaris, the Roar of the Old Gods, that enabled it. And this card put in some work along with the one I just mentioned. Case of the Locked House also did a lot of work for us. We did get to cast Hide in Plain Sight once, and that be relevant. And then Pride of the Hulklade was in there and didn't matter. I think we did cast him once, but it was after the game was already basically over. And we played a bunch of disguised creatures. So you can see I have a 3 here and 2 here. Although I didn't play these ones. I played the Hellions, which I don't see. I see 1. We had like a couple of these Hellions. And so we basically get those down, and then Yoris basically makes them haste and attack real quickly, and then they just pop back as 6/7. So we just kind of mana cheat them with Yoris, which is really nice. The Tin Screep Gossip was also really good because it's a 4/4 vigilance, but then also can use that mana. He's a mana dork for that. So he was pretty good in the deck. But anyways, I did want to talk about this for a second. We do have our Defender deck, and this could be an interesting include in that Defender deck, because he can make our things attack, and then our walls attack as though they didn't have Defender, and then we get to draw cards. Currently, that deck doesn't have blue, so it's just an interesting idea. And in that deck, he would almost all the time just cost 1 mana for a 2/15. There is going to be some opportunities here for this to work. If we get, and there's a card I mentioned before called like High Alert, and there's another card that does the same thing. There's a like a green one, and then there's like a blue white one, I think. This is like we take the black out of that deck, and then we go blue, white, green, and run that way. We keep the black in for blight pile right now. So that's a thing. Last game was really long. And now there's another booster that's interesting. Did we get any cards for any of our other decks? No, not really. So that's the thing. I'm gonna go into here and see what the quest is. And I don't really care about the lore. Defeat white slivers. 3 white slivers can found in the plains biome. Okay. And then we're just gonna go out and do some fighting, and well, I'm not gonna let the episode go as long as it did last. Orthodoxy duelist. Interesting. What? Oh, we have our lifelink deck. Okay, so we'll keep and play plains, and then we'll do Healer's Hawk just for some early pressure here. That takes care of my Healer's Hawk. Ooh, Scrubland, like that. And then go for the throat, just doesn't work on that. And then feed the swarm, and I guess we'll gain that life back. Should I feed the swarm the 1/1? I don't know. I don't know what his deck is like. Okay, we can go for the throat that. We'll put our Soul's Attendant into play, and then go for the throat that. And we'll Alpha Strike. Being a little aggressive, like using our... yeah, he's got a lot of flyers. So we will just do this. Yeah, and then we'll do Luris. And then yes. And then replay the Healer's Hawk from the graveyard. I wanted to click my deck. There we go. Yes, I need to say I always want that. Can I? Okay, there's a way to make it when it's on the stack. You can do it. Okay. Okay, if we go here, can I click it? Okay, I'll have to look into that. Can't cast this. Yeah, we can cast a Society Hunter. Scrubland does tap for black. And then we will attack in, not there, just in the air. The golems have vigilance. What did he just do? This helps against board wipes, but he just casts. He got a Phyrexian Horror token. Phyrexian Rebirth. Destroy all creatures, then put an XX. Okay. I'm gonna get a bunch of card draw out of it, and then I get Vicania to work. So play planes. Play that. I have 3 mana. I think I just destroy a target creature with no counters on it. And then pass turn. And then I got Luris back. Is it at random? Yeah, it's from random. Pretty lucky I got Luris back, to be honest. Play my Snarl, revealing my Swamp. And then Play my Luris. Play my Elias Ilkor. And then out of my graveyard, I will play my Soul's Attendant. Didn't really matter which order I did these in. Well, actually, if I cast this first, I would have got a life from Luris entering. And then go back here. Oh my god. Okay. Always yes. And he's going to lose a bunch of life for that. Say incubated. Okay. I have one poison counter. Like, he could just deal me a bunch of poison right away. Incubate 2 whenever. Okay, so Each player sacrifices 2 creatures. I'm going to sacrifice this 1. And then I'm going to get Picanya back. And I might die to poison. But Picanya helps get me back random creatures here. So I was going to fuel my hand. Okay, so you're just doing 2 there, 3 to me, so I don't get the poison. I'm fine taking a little bit of damage. Agadeem's Awakening. Okay, this is interesting. So this says return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of creature cards that have a different mana cost X or less. Okay, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could do 5, but they go 1, 2. So actually, Soul Attendant's 1, Elias Ilkor's 2, Luris is 3, Fiendish Panda is 4, and then we would recast Healer's Hawk and then basically be back into the game here. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to cast this for mana value 4. So 1 is Soul Attendant, 2 is Elias, 3 is Luris, 4 is Fiendish Panda. And then we're going to tap like that. Okay. Auto yield that. Auto yield, always yes. Auto yield those. There we go. So now we have a 9/8 because it thought all the life gain triggers from the Soul's Attendant and the Alliance Ilkor. We got put up to 29 life. And then we're going to, from our graveyard, recast the Healer's Hawk for 2 more life gain. And then hope he doesn't have another board wipe. He has no cards in hand, so I couldn't have asked for a better card to draw. These can't block, so all you have is that. So we'll take 2. And then I can keep recasting the Healer's Hawk from my graveyard with Luras each turn. So to stop the poison counters, I'm just gonna chump with Healer's Hawk. And that also gives me life gain, and also Elias auto yield that. We'll ping him for 1 damage. Plays another Norn's Inquisitor. Okay. Sunlit Marsh, High Society Hunter. We're also growing the Fiendish Panda. Replay the Healer's Hawk from the graveyard. And then we're going to go and swing in with the Fiendish Panda. And you're just going to start trumping. And what's in my hand now? This can get another card back, but I'm not too worried about that right now. So attack in with that, attack in with this, attack in there. Since I can get a creature back with my Luris, I will do the sacrifice. And I need it to be mana value 2 or less. We'll do Elias. And then we will replay the Elias. And what's in my hand now? Stroke of Midnight. I'm going to keep that up. Okay, so, I wasn't allowed to respond to it? I'm fine taking the 1 poison at this point. Gain a life. Swing in with the things that matter. And I will sacrifice Elias again. Boom. Any of these cards matter? I do not think so. Well, win a game with 20 or more life than to start with. Okay. So first time we had that with our life gain deck. We're looking for slivers. There's a sliver. Two planes. A turn 2 play. I guess we'll keep. Not the best. Just play him down as the 3/1 lifelinker. I think I'll keep back the other Sunblessed Healer. Alpha Strike. And then we will kick this one. Get that other the Sunblessed Healer back. So we got 2 3/1s. When a sliver deals that much damage, the controller gains that much life. Destroy target with no creatures on it. We're just going to pressure their life total while building our own. Board sliver. You choose white. I think I'm gonna do this. I'm only gonna gain 3 life, but it does put a counter on my Stromkirk Blood Thief. Exile until that enters. Okay, okay. Go for the throat. Actually, I'm gonna go for the throat the ward sliver, and then see if he'll trade. He played another constricting sliver. What's in my graveyard? Sunblessed Healer. I'll go back to my hand. Does my Sunblessed Healer, when I cast them, I can use the kicker cost. Interesting. Okay, so does that change anything? No, because I have nothing in there to worry about. So I am gonna... Okay. So I gotta... Slivers have vigilance. What just happened? Where did my Luris go? Sentinel Sliver. Oh, it has the same thing as that. Oh. I'm gonna attack in here. Man, slivers, man. And then the sliver hives are just gonna eat up everything that I have. I don't have enough mana for that. Oh, that was rough. I don't know if there's anything that would have helped there. Well, and somebody said that I need to have more equipment, like look for actual equipment. And I kind of agree. Okay, so sliver decks, I need to get out from underneath them, basically. That was rough. Where is the... Here's another sliver. Let's do this one. Play. We'll keep. Because we're going to turn one, reveal the swamp, and play the Soul's Attendant. And then we're going to do that. We have Go for the Throat, but we're going to play Blood Artist first. Get the lifelink going. To be honest, not the worst thing in the world. What does this one do? All slivers have 2 regenerate target sliver. Okay, so we need to go for the throat. That one. because then they can just regenerate as we're doing our removal. Steel form, they get a bigger butt. We need another mana there. Game. They get reach. And then that has 1 damage. We'll block other Soul's Attendant here. Because it does. Okay. I don't know. Crystalline Sliver cannot be the target of the spells or abilities. Fucking terrible. Alright. Okay, I don't know what to do about that. Because I can't Stroke of Midnight it now. I don't have the mana to do anything. This is just... What does that one do? They all have flying. All slivers can be put on the top of your... That's it. That's an end game. Wow. Let's take a look at what's in here, huh? Decks or boosters? We don't want boosters. Boosters are too much randomness. As the saying goes, buy singles. Ogier is interesting. Because if 1 or more creature tokens would be created under your control to create 3 times. I'm gonna buy it. Even though land tax is good. It's not super good. But it's good enough to be held in my inventory for now. This is interesting. We were seeing this card in effect in Chandelar, because you can turn things, you can turn non-swamps into swamps, and then you just keep doing it. Does this have updated text? Oh, you can't arrow on when you're in here. Blitzball Stadium. Oh, there was the fire crystal from Final Fantasy up here. And this is enchantments. I don't know. What is this? There's the enter trigger on these are a little wonky. Artifacts. Okay, I don't want artifacts. And this is gonna be creatures. Yeah. Whatever another creature controls. No. We can go slivers to fight the slivers. Artisan and Kozilek is interesting. But we're not playing like so certain cards are way better in like the commander format. Also, where is the freaking White Castle? We're like in the center of the map. And we don't see them. Cats. Don't care about cats. Wingstop, so this is more birds. Okay. Blessed Spirits, so this is the spirits, obviously. Didn't see, it's like at a glance. Cloud. Enter a search for a library for an equipment card, reveal it, put it in your hand. Yeah. We can get another Johnny's Pridemate. That seems good. a 1/2 for 1 that's protection from vampires is interesting. I'm sure that's actually kind of good in the draft environment. Okay. This is as we're seeing these Final Fantasy cards like start to show up is interesting because it's not the set as a recording. The set comes out next week. What is this? Tevesh Stat to create a Tomb of Fools. It's a planeswalker. Took me a second to figure that out. Anyways, we're not dealing with that because the art is just terrible. Ashet Dream Renderer. Must be alchemy version of it. Not sure. More slivers, ignore them. Angels. Flying, Death Touch Lifelink. Whenever you gain life, he gains indestructible until end of turn. At the beginning of your end step, you may pay 2. If you do, return target creature mana value X. It's kind of a bomb. I like that. Yeah. I'm gonna put that in the deck. And then these are Menagerie, just random monsters. Okay. So let's. This is not it. Dex. Edit. And then we have these sorted by mana cost. Yeah. He was 6, 7? 6. Add to main deck. And then look to see what we're going to cut for him. I mean, maybe a Chroma. A Chroma is interesting, but yeah. Flying First Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Haste, Protection from Black and Red. I think Chroma is a cut. It was just a good card, but not like this actually goes into what we're doing here. So I like that. Oh, we also got another Ajani's Pridemate. We should put that into Ajani's Pridemate. Add to main deck. Because we don't have enough of these. Cathar Commando is good, but we have to see Artifactors and enchantments. Dazzling Angel is kind of meh. Oh, the Stormkirk Blood Chiefs. The Johnny Pridemates are just straight up upgrades to the Stormkirk. Yeah, they're straight up upgrades. So we'd rather have the Ajani Pridemates, as many of those as we can. Actually, that might be a reason to go back to the cats and reroll for Ajani's Pridemates. Yeah. We'll just look for this is a popular. No, both these are popular commanders. Yeah, there's another Ajani's Pridemate. And we want 4, so we're looking for one more. I don't know if there's any other cats that. Oh, there's Ocelot Pride. Ocelot Pride would be really good. This is alternate win con. It's for decks that, yeah, for decks that just like. Yeah, we're gonna have to. When we see our last, but for decks that really kind of sit and like we get a ton of life, but we can't swing through for one reason or another, that's going to be a good alternate win con for us. There's another Faladar Sovereign. Why don't we have art for this? Do I want to? Let's go. How do I sell cards? Sell them at the end? Yeah. I mean, sell? Sell? We had a bunch of cards queued up. Totally fine. Let's go buy that Felidar Sovereign. 2 is probably where we would want to be in the deck anyways. Other cats. And this is +2/+1. Let's see. He's not a cat. This is a beast. Vigilance, trample. Other modified creatures you control have vigilance and trample. Okay, no more rerolls. Okay, so we want to put those Felidar Sovereigns in our deck. This button here, edit. Felidar Sovereign. Add to main deck, add to main deck. And then, like that. It's actually kind of tough. We want to remove. Probably, I was told to not really have the tutors because we're just a creature-based deck and we're not really combo-y. I like that. I like both those. A strong prick blood thief. Yeah. And did we find another Ajani? Yeah, we did, right? Yeah. Add that to the main deck too. And then Picanha kind of worked. Because this is okay. Archangel Wrath. Maybe Felidar Savior. Yeah, we'll remove Felidar Savior. Don't quite like it. Everything else kind of like, yeah, sure, it had lifelink, but it puts +1/+1 counters and support, and that seemed to not be super great when it happened. All right, so now we got our win con, alternate win con. We're gonna gain a bunch of life. Our Johnny Primates are gonna get bigger. Our Fetish Pandas are gonna get bigger as big beaters. And then if we can then win with 40 or more life, great. And I think I know we didn't really do much this episode, but we're already at 40 minutes, so I am going to cut it here. And thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.